Welcome back to FundaTech Insights. Today we're diving into a stock that's been making waves, literally and figuratively. TMC, the metals company. And joining me is our resident analyst, deep sea explorer, and part-time caffeine enthusiast, Maddie.
I'll have you know, I only explore deep seas metaphorically. Coffee, though, that's very literal. Anyway, TMC is a super interesting one. They're basically trying to pull battery metals from the ocean floor.
Okay, wait. Like treasure hunting? Because if this turns into Pirates of the Caribbean, I'm suddenly way more invested.
Not quite pirates. Unless your pirates specialize in polymetallic nodules. TMC's whole thing is deep-sea nodules packed with nickel, cobalt, manganese, all the juicy battery metals we need for EVs, electronics, and your overpriced smart toothbrush.
Hey, don't come for my toothbrush. It plays podcasts.
That actually explains a lot. But back to TMC. They're pre-revenue, but they're working to become a major supplier in the clean energy metals supply chain. Big ambition, big ocean, big controversy.
All right, before we dive to the ocean floor, what's happening with the stock right now?
TMC has been trading around the high $6 range, recently popping nearly 20% intraday. Total roller coaster energy. Their market cap has floated around $2.4 to nearly $3 billion, depending on the day, and trading volume has been massive. We're talking millions of shares, like you blink and an entire small city has traded shares.
So spicy stock. Volatile. Basically the financial equivalent of dating someone who texts you back instantly one day and then disappears for 48 hours.
Exactly that vibe.
Now, I've seen headlines flying around everywhere. What's the news driving this frenzy?
A lot. The big one is their Q3 2025 report. They posted a $184.5 million net loss, but that number is beefed up by big non-cash items, royalty revaluations, warrant cost, one-time compensation, the works. They also said they had about $115 million in cash, which buys them some time. Then they also dropped two shiny economic studies, updated NPV estimates, all trying to show long-term project value. And, of course, regulatory and political storylines are fueling the fire. The U.S. showing interest in domestic critical metal supply? Huge.
So basically, big losses now, big promises later. Like when I bought a treadmill and told myself I'd use it.
Except TMC is actually using theirs.
Financials. Give me the adult supervision section.
Well, they're still pre-revenue, so earnings are basically spend money now, hope to make money once the ocean gives us consent. They burn cash on exploration, studies, and regulatory work. Their path to real revenue depends on permitting, finishing studies, raising more capital, and building out actual production systems, all of which is expensive, slow, and occasionally controversial.
Ah, the classic startup but underwater model. Literally.
Literally underwater, yes.
Underwater, yes. Now, hit me with the charts. Pretend you're a fortune teller, but with math.
Technically, TMC's got clear levels. Support sits around the mid $5, stronger support down near $4, and resistance keeps showing up around $7 to $7.50. If they push past that, a lot of analysts see the next big ceiling in the $9 to $11 range. And moving averages? Their 50-day and 200-day are both rising, which usually signals positive trend momentum. Though with this stock, trends can flip faster than you abandoning your New Year's resolutions.
Hey, I still have 6 months left.
It's December.
Oh, speaking of analysts, what's the Wall Street mood?
Surprisingly bullish, considering the risk. The analyst set is small, but the ones who are covering it tend to slap on buy or outperform ratings. Wedbush bumped their target up to around $11 and others float between 7 and 9. Of course, that all assumes permitting success and big picture execution. Without that, these targets age about as well as milk.
And the retail crowd? They're always animated.
Very. Reddit loves this stock. There's a whole community cheering it on. Not meme stock crazy, but definitely enthusiastic. Short interest sits around 8 to 10% of float, enough to fuel volatility, but not enough for a full-blown to-the-moon situation.
So, like, to the rooftop, maybe.
Exactly that. Manage your expectations. And your rocket emojis.
All right, Maddie, give me the big takeaway. If someone only heard this part, what's the story?
TMC is a high-risk, high-reward, very speculative stock with huge upside potential if their deep-sea mining plans get permitted and executed. They have ambitious studies and growing analyst interest, but they're pre-revenue, navigating environmental scrutiny, and probably need more capital along the way. If you're an investor, think of this like a moonshot. If you're a trader, it's volatility city, with technical levels you can actually trade off of. And if you're a pirate, wrong genre entirely.
So, invest responsibly, don't bring a parrot, and avoid drowning.
Correct on all counts.
All right, that's all for today's episode of FundaTech Insights. Remember, folks, this isn't financial advice, just a mildly entertaining market therapy. Catch us in the next episode when Maddie explains about next stock. Till then, take care of yourself, bye-bye, and keep investing.